I'm going to talk today about a small part of a CDBB-funded project. Poster just outside is talking about another part of the project, but it all covers the idea of energy demand and trying to capture more about energy demand and then energy supply, how you meet that demand in urban areas. And specifically, I'm going to talk about Calliope, a piece of software I've been a core developer on for the past 3.5 years, and how that is being used currently to deal with the problem of energy supply going into the future, and particularly that we have the need for new energy supply systems, but no tools available as of yet to really design those systems that are particularly complex. This is the Northwest Cambridge site that has got quite a few interesting aspects to it in terms of how demand is supposed to be met there and how that fits in. And we can look at the current energy supply paradigm, which is you create your infrastructure put in place, your urban infrastructure is put in place, and energy comes in almost at the end where you say, we'll put in some gas pipes, we'll put in some electricity lines, everyone's got what they need to meet their energy demands, and that's not a problem. And it really isn't that big a problem in terms of infrastructure. It costs money, obviously, but this is what the future will probably look like, which is a lot more messy. People wanting to meet their energy demands in urban areas centrally, with this combined heat and power, for instance, people producing their own electricity via solar panels or whatever, people maybe needing more electricity because they're going to heat with electricity instead of gas, and they want to charge their cars. And what you get is a new dimension of complexity that is currently not really designed for in energy systems, which is time. And you can see the curves on the right-hand side there just show the differences in when these things peak, when you get your supply, when you have your demand, and how are we going to deal with the problems like that when those tools aren't necessarily available to design those systems. So that brings in the software Calliope, which is an energy optimization software that is easy to use, scale agnostic, and open and transparent. And I'm going to go into each of these in turn to explain sort of what do I mean by that and why is that important. But first I thought it was useful to talk about what is energy system optimization briefly. And that is the idea that you design your system as points and nodes connected by links. You say in each of those nodes, what do I want? What are the possibilities? So for a domestic property, you've got the possibilities of solar panels, heat pumps, boilers, connection to the grid, connection to your district heating network. And all of those possibilities are there. They all have time series probably associated with them, or a lot of them do. And then once you put them all together, you can run an optimization, a linear optimization, to get a possible solution of technologies. It's easy to use because it is human readable. It has results that are interactive. It is scale agnostic because I've worked on it in urban systems, but we have people working on national systems and also on international systems. And an international, a national model here on the left-hand side is the UK. What are the possibilities for infrastructure in the UK? In the middle, we looked at resilient systems in terms of demand uncertainty. Time series demand is very uncertain. How do you ensure that the cost of your system will be what you expect it to be? And then on the right-hand side in Bangalore in India, what are the different decision makers involved in a process? And finally, I just want to talk about openness and transparency. And this is a project completely in the open, purely built on GitHub and always open. And we've got core developers. The middle line there in grey are people who've contributed actively to the project. And then at the bottom are people who are using the project actively, either for research or for actual industry output. So, yep, that's Calliope, a project we're using at the moment. You can find out more about it online. You can read all the publications associated with it. And just briefly, the final output that we're hoping for through the CDBB funding and beyond that is this idea of connecting urban systems with national systems and how does the interaction with energy systems work between those two. Thank you.